Well, Arsenal in for Yaser Asprilla, Colombian international, who plays as a right winger. He has been at what we call the Copa America, representing for the side of Colombia. I'm going to let you know how many games he went ahead really to play and so on and so forth. Then Mikka Biereth departs Arsenal. Confirmation is going to be made in by Arsenal, and they really have a very huge sell-on clause onto the guy. And then Cozier-Duberry has gone ahead to put out a farewell message to the side of Arsenal. Welcome to the Arsenal News Show. How are you guys? And are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. And let's continue to subscribe to this channel to see if we hit 22,000 subscribers into the mix. Now, we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. It's been really long since I last went ahead of dropped the first video, and I would like to obviously drop this one too to entice your evening. Now, let's start it off with a story coming in from the Mirror Football in there for you. Arsenal are said to be interested in a 20-year-old Watford winger, Yaser Asprilla, and are tracking the player alongside Everton. Player is valued at £15 million. Now, who is Yaser Asprilla that Arsenal is really in for? He's a 2003 born, 19th November. He was born in Bajo, Baudo, Colombia. He joined Watford in 2022 and he plays as a midfielder, but he is an attacking midfielder if I'm not really mistaken. So when you look at what he puts up into his jersey, it is really a lot. He puts on jersey number 18 in there for you, and he does a lot. At the national team he dons shirt number 22, and he's really that player that Arsenal's gonna hit obviously track because they know how good the player is. And he's 1.8 meters tall, meaning that he's a towering of a lad, and he's a right winger, and he can also play into the central attack midfield. He's left-footed, and I tell you what, he's really huge, and he's being valued for £15 million. Last season for Watford, he played 44 games, 6 goals and 7 assists. That is Yaser Asprilla for you that Arsenal is really interested in. Now, I want to throw in something before I obviously go into this deal. Now, having gone ahead to know the left back that Arsenal is signing as Ricardo Carafieri, the goalkeeper to replace Aaron Ramsdale as Dan Bentley. Now, Arsenal is in for other players, and you're going to see the media linking Arsenal to very many strikers and very many right wingers, because now, and the midfielder. Those 3 players are the ones that really left for Arsenal to obviously accomplish its plan of the transfer, because Arsenal wants to bring in a central midfielder, but that will depend on Thomas Partey's decision and Arsenal. Then right winger, obviously it's going to really be important for the club of Arsenal, and the centre forward. So you're going to see very many players linked to Arsenal into those departments, because the others are really done and dusted. There is a story I saw that is linking Arsenal to a certain left back, and I was like, do these people call us mad? You know, Arsenal is sealing in a deal for a left back, and they're saying that all is really gonna happen that one. I was like, they need to obviously get themselves back on up and running. But Asprilla is young, 20 years of age, and if at all he is really talented and really has that age, then Arsenal should obviously go in for him, because when you look at the list of right wingers that Arsenal are really interested in, I think they're between the age of 20 and 24, you know. Neto Williams, I think, is 21, 22. Pedro Neto, 23 years of age. You can talk about which other guy is Arsenal linked to? The right winger. I think Leroy Sena. No, not really. Leroy Sena is like, I think 26, is going to 27. So you might find that maybe this boy can take all the boxes for the club of Arsenal, and Arsenal will be like, let's obviously get him in to do the needful. But all I know is he really cuts inside very well. He has the energy, he has the strength, and his shooting range is really very weird and strange. He shoots from far, and that's what makes him a player that everyone really idealizes into the mix. But they're really having Everton standing in the way, and that really makes me think that Arsenal, in the same statement with Everton, they're like trying to sound and really put pressure to Everton to come through and really get this player, because Arsenal right now, if they want to bring in a player to obviously compete with Bukayo Saka and make him better, I don't think that it should be Yaser Asprilla. You know, if you want to make this guy better, you should obviously go in for a player like Pedro Neto. You get Neto Williams, such kind of players, because they will come in through and really make what we call huge impact into the team, and they will obviously cause Bukayo Saka threat, knowing that there is a player who can obviously come and really dislodge me out of this position. And each and every time Arsenal will obviously get into those levels of bringing these players on the field of play, I tell you, Saka will be like, oh my, I need to come here and really do the needful, because this player who was going to hit to come on is really going to do the needful. You understand? So I think this time around for Carafiori, he's a different kind of player and special, I tell you. And I'm not shocked that they went. I'm not shocked that they've gone ahead to go for him, because he has that. He has that level of understanding and that level of experience. You know, you can look at players like William Saliba. When Saliba came in through at Arsenal, he was really young, but you saw how he commanded that central defense in the preseason. Everyone knew that Arsenal had gone ahead to get in the right guy to play into the central defense. And for Ricardo Carafiori, those are going to see him in the preseason. You're going to get to know that Arsenal had nothing to do apart from getting him at 42, 43 million pounds as a player. So even this young man, you know, is really good, but I don't think he has gone ahead to reach the level to come in through and threaten, you know, the side of Bukayo Saka. And it all depends on his mentality. You know, when you come in through when you're least experienced and you really feel like a lot has to go your way, you need something huge to drive you, and that should be your mentality. So it will depend on his mentality. But for me, I would advise Arsenal, if at all they see huge potential in this guy, what they have to do is get 15 million pounds, you know, pay it to Watford and loan this player to Everton. You know, tell the player, I'm going to be loaning you to Everton for 1 or 2 seasons. Then I'll usher you into the first team of Arsenal. That is it, to get you ready for the Premier League. Because you wouldn't like this young man to obviously come in through to test the Premier League experience after joining Arsenal. For me, if I'm Arsenal, I buy the player, 15 million pounds. I loan him to Everton. After loaning it to Everton, if at all he has a very good first season, then he can come in through and really compete. All else, another second season, and trust me, if he really plays very well, you can either retain him or really find yourself into a position of really selling him, and because you'll be having a very huge resale value as a player. Remember, when you sign a player between the age of 18, he'll be regarded as a homegrown player. And you see to it that Arsenal is really having problems with homegrown players and those youngsters that are really interested, that are really making way into the first team. But he's really a physical giant. You know, he's tall. If you are 20 and you're 1.88 meters tall, it shows you that there is something special about this guy known as Yaser Asprilla. So wait and see how Arsenal is really going to move on to this guy, Yaser Asprilla. But I tell you, he's really good. But is it what Arsenal wants for now? For me, it's not what they want. But business-wise, they can obviously try to sign these youngsters, because when you look at the likes of Man City, they've gone ahead to make money through a lot of youngsters. They've gone ahead to sign and really get into their side. So let's leave it at that and really do the needful. I think, Henry Moses, you are sorted with this deal of Yaser Asprilla into the mix. Then let's obviously have a little bit of the official statement coming from Arsenal. Mikka Biereth has joined Australian Bundesliga side SK Sturm Graz on a permanent transfer deal. Confirmed by Arsenal, and Edu had the following to say: "We are so proud of the progress Mikka Biereth has made since joining us. This new opportunity with Sturm Graz is great for Mikka, and it's a good example of what a strong loan development plan produces. Mikka will be playing Champions League football when the season starts again, which he deserves due to his mentality and performances in the recent season." So Mikka Biereth was signed from Fulham. Fulham was into the championship, and Arsenal went ahead obviously signed this young man, I think in 2021. That's when they signed him. They loaned him to the Eredivisie, then he came back and they loaned him to Sturm Graz, and he has gone ahead to put in a very huge show. Arsenal have gone ahead to sell him for 4 million euros, and there is a very huge sell on clause and resell back clause. So that is what Arsenal have gone ahead to do, and I think they've gone ahead to do some big business because this guy has huge potential. And you look at the likes of Gyökeres on how they went ahead to leave Coventry and really made a huge significant impact at the side of Sporting Lisbon. And you might think that this guy might obviously go there at Sturm Graz and obviously be one of the next products to obviously get out of that league, because we are having 3 strikers right now at some top teams in Europe, but all where they came in from was that Australian Bundesliga. Remember, Haaland, Salzburg, then the other guy is Benjamin Šeško, Salzburg, Rasmus Højlund from Sturm Graz on the side of Atalanta, then he came to Manchester United. So he's really he has gonna have to make a right choice, and he's gonna score those goals, and I tell you, he's really gonna do a lot, and a lot will obviously come in through to put this deal going in through and let it happen and go where they want it to be at as we speak right about now. That is Mikka Biereth. And the other youngster at the Academy of Arsenal that is leaving is known as Mario Cozier-Duberry. He was really revealed yesterday at the side of Brighton after he was convinced by Brighton that they're going to usher him into the first team. And his message was, "I'm grateful for everything the club have done to guide me to where I am. You always have a special place in my heart, wishing you the best." So that is the young lad, and he goes by names of Cozier-Duberry. He's leaving the club of Arsenal and he's going to join the side of Brighton, and it has been the Arsenal News Show. So tell me your thoughts about Arsenal in for Yaser Asprilla. What do you make about Yaser Asprilla as a right winger? And your thoughts onto the man himself called Mikka Biereth. Do you think at a certain point X he will come back and obviously play for the club of Arsenal? Because he's a striker, he's really good, and he's that talented. So we wait and see how that pans out, but continue to subscribe to this channel and continue to obviously like this video close to 300 times. And question came in through early in the morning. I've gone ahead to tackle it later in the evening. I'm out. See you later. More content is dropping anytime from now. Bye bye.